Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive that really shows how the most compelling sports stories can be incredibly local.
Absolutely. You sent over some fascinating material, all focused on just one cricket match, but it seems to have the entire city of Sylhet completely gripped.
It really does. It's a perfect example, isn't it? How this sort of hyperlocal rivalry can generate almost national-level buzz.
And our job today is to really unpack that. We're looking at the history, the high stakes, the tactics behind this grudge match they're calling Imran versus Jawad.
Yeah, universally known by that name in the city, apparently.
Right. We want to extract the specifics, the things that make this more than just a game for Sylhet. It's clearly a cultural moment.
Exactly. So we're not just giving you the who, what, where. We're aiming to give you the cheat sheet, really. Why this match? Why now? Understanding the context behind every single ball.
Let's get into it then.
Okay, let's start with the basics. The absolute must-know facts. We're talking cricket, obviously.
Good. Right.
And the teams are the Imran Challengers facing off against the Jawad Invisibles.
Got it. Imran Challengers, Jawad Invisibles.
The date to circle is this Friday, October 10th. And here's a detail I found really interesting, the start time. It's very specific.
Oh, yeah. When is it?
7 a.m., bright and early.
Wow, 7 to 9 a.m. Okay, that definitely adds a layer, doesn't it? A morning match, that means pressure, maybe fatigue, right from the first ball.
Totally. And then there's the venue, which you flagged as well. This isn't your typical open cricket ground.
No, not at all. The sources pinpoint it, Mayer Doa Sporting Club. But crucially, it's inside the soccer indoor arena in Sibgong.
Soccer indoor, so an enclosed space.
Exactly. And that detail is massive. It means a contained atmosphere, maybe more intense, more pressurized. You lose the scale of an open field, but gain this immediate visceral energy. It's going to feel very different.
That location choice alone feels like it ramps things up. No escape from the intensity,
Yeah.
But the real hook, reading through this material, it's the history. Imran versus Jawad. The sources say it's not just a team matchup, it's a personal rivalry going back years. Started at the very beginning, one piece said.
And that's the core of it, isn't it? The rivalry reignited angle. What's really compelling is they've apparently been apart, competitively speaking, for quite some time.
Ah, okay, so a dormant rivalry coming back.
Yeah, a long time apart is the phrase used. So when you take a rivalry with those deep roots, let it sit for a while, and then suddenly throw those same figures back onto the same pitch.
Especially in a local tournament where everyone's watching.
Exactly. It stops being just a game. It feels like a long overdue showdown. The sources are pretty clear. Their past encounters were, let's say, fiery.
Fiery on the field. I saw that phrasing.
So Sylhet isn't just anticipating a good match. They're anticipating drama, history reigniting. And apparently, the talk around the city, it's all about this clash, this potential for friction. That's a huge part of the buzz.
You could almost feel that weight reading about it. It's not just friendly competition vibes. It sounds like, personal history meeting professional stakes.
Definitely.
And every player must know it. That tension from the captains probably radiates outwards.
Yeah.
It feels like the kind of game where one bad call, one dropped catch.
Could easily escalate, become a flashpoint.
Yeah, fueled by all that backstory.
And the fact the sources mention the entire city talking about this return match, that tells you volumes. It's not just about league points. It's about settling old scores, maybe validating different ways of playing the game. That history guarantees the emotional stakes are sky high before anyone even bowls a ball.
Okay, so we have the history, the emotion. Let's shift to the strategy.
Right.
Because the sources do a great job here. They don't just say rivalry. They actually give us contrasting profiles for the captains.
They really do. It sets up this fascinating tactical battle, like a chess match layered onto the cricket.
And this contrast seems key to understanding how the game might unfold, right?
Yeah.
Especially early on.
Absolutely. It's almost textbook, the contrast they paint. On one side, you've got Imran, his style, defined clearly as aggressive.
Aggressive. So what does that likely mean on the field?
Well, you'd infer he'll push for attack, maybe risky field placements, trying to force wickets constantly, maybe even accepting they'll leak a few extra runs in the process. He wants to dictate, create chaos, apply relentless pressure.
Okay, but hang on. Does that aggression become a weakness in this specific setting? High pressure, indoor noise. Aggression could easily tip into being rash, couldn't it?
That's the potential downside.
Like if he throws his best fast bowler on early, pushes too hard, and they get hit for 20 runs in the first couple of overs, suddenly that whole aggressive plan looks shaky under pressure.
And that's precisely where the tension lies, because his opponent, Jawad, is framed as the complete opposite. His approach is described as cool, calculated.
Cool and calculated, okay.
So Jawad is likely the captain who values structure, patience, planning. He'll focus on tight bowling lines, minimizing easy runs, building pressure slowly, waiting for the mistake.
So if Imran comes out swinging, Jawad's plan is probably to weather the storm.
Pretty much. Absorb the initial assault, minimize errors, and force the challengers, maybe Imran himself, into taking bigger and bigger risks out of frustration. It's like he's betting his structure outlasts Imran's attacking impulse.
So let's play that out. If Jawad is truly calculated, what's his first move against Imran's expected aggression? He probably wouldn't throw his best wicket-taker straight into the fire, would he?
Probably not, if Imran's batsmen are looking to just smash everything early on.
Right, especially indoors where maybe the boundaries feel closer.
Exactly. So based on that calculated description, you might expect Jawad to use the initial overs, maybe the power play, less about taking wickets and more about damage control, absorbing pressure.
Oh, like setting a more defensive field, maybe?
Could be. Saving boundaries, perhaps using bowlers known for control and economy medium pacers, swing bowlers rather than outright pace initially. Force Imran's aggressive players to generate their own pace, hit against disciplined lines. It forces the risk onto them. Jawad's banking on his discipline, holding up longer than Imran's aggression.
So it's real strategic counterpunch. Imran wants to impose his will proactively,
Right.
while Jawad's calculation is more reactive, designed to exploit the mistakes Imran might make.
That seems to be the dynamic the sources point towards. Fire versus ice. And that's why they anticipate such early intensity. The clash of styles begins immediately, ball one, because Jawad knows he needs to survive that initial burst, and Imran knows he needs to break Jawad's composure quickly.
It's the core strategic question, isn't it?
It is. It's predictable in terms of the styles, but totally unpredictable in terms of execution. For anyone watching, the question is, can Imran sustain that aggression effectively without it becoming reckless? Or will Jawad's systematic game plan hold firm under that initial onslaught, especially given the history and the noise?
And speaking of noise, let's circle back to the venue, because it feels like the perfect pressure cooker for this exact clash of styles.
Absolutely critical. The Mayer Doa Sporting Club inside the soccer indoor arena, as we said, not just a minor detail.
It shapes the whole experience.
And the sources really hammer this point home, the crowd energy. Sylhet is clearly pumped for this match.
Right.
And when you trap that excitement inside an indoor space, it doesn't just dissipate, it bounces off the walls. It becomes this constant, maybe even deafening backdrop.
A sonic challenge almost.
Yeah, it turns up the heat on everyone, a proper pressure cooker environment.
And how does that feed into the strategic battle we were just talking about?
Well, think about it. If Imran thrives on energy, on chaos, that intense, loud environment might actually fuel his aggressive style, make him feel even more dominant.
Okay, could amplify his approach.
But for Jawad, if his calculated approach relies on clear thinking, communication, maybe keeping his players calm, that constant roar is a direct challenge. It's a massive psychological hurdle.
Yeah, I can see that. Hard to be cool and calculated when you can barely hear yourself think.
It affects everything. Calling outfield changes, bowlers communicating with the captain, even just basic concentration for the batsmen and bowlers. It's a constant distraction that, you could argue, might favor the more instinctive, aggressive mindset.
And challenges the structured, measured one.
Precisely.
Plus, let's not forget that 7:00 a.m. start. We mentioned it earlier, but overlay that onto the indoor intensity. Players are basically rolling out of bed into this cauldron.
Right. No gentle warm-up to the day. It's straight into the fire, forcing that adaptation immediately.
So if we're boiling this down for someone wanting to follow this, what are the key takeaways from all the material? Why is this specific match so important in Sylhet?
I think it's the combination of all these unique factors. It's not just about who scores more. It's about which philosophy wins out on the day.
Okay, so a checklist for watching might look like this. First, definitely watch that contrasting captaincy. Aggressive Imran versus calculated Jawad. How do they actually execute those styles under pressure?
Exactly. Second, feel the weight of the history. This isn't just another game. It's a rivalry reignited after years. That guarantees an emotional charge beyond just the score.
Got it. Captain's history.
And third, critically, watch for that early intensity. Especially in that unique indoor setting with the early start, which team grabs control right from the first over? Who adapts quickest to the noise and the pressure? That could decide everything. It's like a sprint from ball one.
It really is a compelling setup, a fascinating story, a clear strategic battle, and this really unusual, intense venue. You can absolutely see why Sylhet is buzzing about this one. It's like a local derby with grand final stakes.
It truly feels that way.
The clash of titans, distilled right down to tactics and temperament.
Which leaves us with maybe one final thought, building on that contrast the sources highlight. Given the known fiery history of this rivalry, now squeezed into this loud, small, indoor space, does Jawad's calculated, perhaps slower approach risk getting overwhelmed by the sheer noise and emotion? Does the environment itself undermine calculation?
Or does the flip happen?
Or does Imran's aggression, amplified by the crowd and the setting, push him just over the edge? Does he make that one rash mistake that the cool, calculated Jawad is patiently waiting to pounce on? Ultimately, it's about whether structure or chaos holds up best when the heat, both emotional and acoustic, is turned way up.
Fantastic question. The ultimate test of nerve and tactics. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Thanks for unpacking this local gem for us.